Today marks my commemorative 60th birthday, called Kanreki in Japanese. I've managed to earn a decent amount of money for my retirement through investing, so I have no financial worries and am enjoying life here in the Philippines. When I was young, I'd earn travel money, often by washing dishes, and then take off on one wandering trip after another. I used to go to places like Europe and Africa, but as I got older, Southeast Asia, being closer to Japan, became my main destination. Now, even a place like Thailand seems far away. The Philippines has become my current favorite. And yet, just the other day, for the first time in my long life, I witnessed a person being killed. I say it as if it's someone else's problem, but it was an incident I had commissioned. However, I did not ask for a murder. All I asked for was to put a bullet in the balls of a pervert who used his money to lure young girls from poor families and build a harem just a punishment, nothing more. But the bullet fired by the hitman missed the target and pierced the femoral artery in the man's thigh, and the bastard bled out. The corrupt cop who took the commission immediately arrested the hitman, just as planned. The promise was to look after the hitman's family during his sentence and provide plenty of commissary supplies. But, as usual, the promise was broken. Those who commit crimes without getting back up for their word are often just too foolish to think about such things. By the time they realize the betrayal, it's too late. I have a bad friend who was betrayed by a woman who had lied about being single. All the money and valuables he gave her, including real estate, were taken by her and her husband. When he confessed his wish for revenge if he ever got the chance, I told him that if he found a hitman himself, it would only cost 30,000 pesos, or if he went through a corrupt cop as a middleman, about 300,000 Japanese yen, and his revenge would be easy.
I thought, that's good to know. I knew a corrupt cop. It was a cop who once picked a fight with me and tried to shake me down for a few bucks. At the time, I figured it was better to just hand over the small amount of cash to prevent it from escalating. As he left, the cop had whispered to me, "If you ever have any trouble, let me know." I suddenly remembered that. That meaningful gesture seemed to say, I'll even do a murder for the right price. And sure enough, I brought up the revenge job to that corrupt cop. But we couldn't agree on the price. He was asking for much more than the going rate I had heard. After a brief argument, the cop suddenly slammed me down and arrested me. The place he took me was a room in a multi-tenant building, clearly not a police station, then the cop said,
"If you want to be released, it'll cost you 100,000 pesos.
I'll never come back to a country like this again. How many times have I said that, and how many times have I returned?